Now, Elijah was given truth by a man. A man compared to Elijah. Sometimes it depends on who you talk to or who you're listening to. I go for understanding cipher because that body of mathematics says something. So let's just say that Elijah and Farad met or got together within that realm of thought. Now, how many, is enough of you in here that remember when the Muslims, our brothers, Muslims, out of despair and the influence of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the most honorable Master Farad Muhammad used to, when they spoke in process of mathematics, at that time it wasn't mathematics, it was just, let me keep it simple. They used to say, wisdom, knowledge,
word is born,
and underwork.
And understand.
Am I lying on anybody? Is that the truth? Anybody? How many of you know that? Don't raise your hand if you don't know it. Okay. Well, we can talk about the truth now. Wisdom power. How long did it take? How long did it take? Okay. Now, remember now, it was wisdom, knowledge. So, this was going on for a while. This was going on for a while. And it wasn't until another man came along into the sphere of the reality, into the sphere of the conscious level, and was open-minded enough now. He wasn't no fool, very open-minded. He was a black seed. So you gotta see the realm of the truth came. See, you gotta understand it came. Understand wisdom, knowledge. See, it took the half original to sneak in the wilderness of North America. He had to sneak in here. He just didn't walk in this bad boy. Right. They would have killed him right on the border. Wow. So he snuck in here like a thief in the night. And then he went about his business. They say he was a silk trader. He did trade among the people in the communities that he went into. Some of the ghettos that he visited early in his history. And he planted seeds, little seeds here and there. It was this way that the truth was allowed to even begin its journey from the 30s all the way up to the 60s. Now, for a number of years, there was, within that sphere, that circle, it was confined knowledge. Knowledge was very confined. There wasn't much getting out in the street. Because remember, he taught in houses, went to people's apartments. So, because of that process, they kind of kept that process going. The houses got a little bigger. The gatherings got a little bigger. They called the house, instead of calling them apartments, they started calling them what? Mosques. The gatherings got a little bigger. But the confinement of the knowledge was what was going on. And at that time, that was good for what was... See, what worked yesterday might not work today. Right. This is why mathematics travels in a process order. Because what was good for them yesterday might not be good for us today. We got to keep that in mind. So where I'm getting to is, lo and behold, because the brother spoke about great men. I think he said Marcus Garvey, a whole lot of others. There's one name I didn't hear.
Father Allah.
One name I didn't hear. That's Allah. That's Allah. See, and I don't care who's here, who like it or who don't like it. It wasn't until that black seed, went into that mosque and allowed himself the experience of learning to listen and listening to learn. You think made that man so swift? Huh? Just popped up overnight like that. The man was, like the brother said, wasn't no intellect. I mean, in the sense of the word that the realm of society would call it. That's why they had to take him to Matterhorn. They couldn't figure out how this ghetto-like guy could just go at them the way he was going at them. Father had a saying that he used to speak out to the brothers. And he used to say this to them when they used to come and visit him on the mountain. He said, son, all I want them to do is ask you questions. Man, that's the most greatest thing you can have. Look at the 120. The 120 is full with number of questions and answers. Remember when we was drilling ourselves? Boy, it was a proud thing to be able to learn the question. Who's the original man? You had to learn that first. Who's the original man? You drilled yourself on that, and then you went to the answer. The original man is the Asiatic black man, maker, owner, creamer, behind the box. God.